Hello everyone, my name is Sudhir Verma and today we are going to cover constitutional bodies in India. Now this particular topic is very much important because UPSC has a tendency to ask from this particular topic more than one question each year in its UPSC Civil Services Examination, CDS examination and CAPF Assistant Commandant. Now based on the previous year analysis, we have seen almost one question each year from this particular topic. Constitutional bodies in India. Now there are different constitutional bodies in India, namely Election Commission of India, Finance Commission of India, CAG, UPSC, State Public Service Commission, National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe and Backward Classes, then Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities. Now there are two types of bodies. First, constitutional bodies. Constitutional bodies are those bodies which derive their power from the Constitution of India. Constitutional bodies वो होती हैं जो अपनी सारी पावर्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से ड्राइव करती हैं एंड उनका नाम उसमें मेंशन होता है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. Whereas second one is non-constitutional bodies. Now second one is non-constitutional bodies. अभी non-constitutional bodies क्या होती हैं? Non-constitutional bodies are those bodies which are made by or created by the act of the parliament, जो पार्लियामेंट द्वारा बनाई जाती हैं, और बाय द एग्जीक्यूटिव रेजोल्यूशन. अब यहाँ पे दो टाइप की होती हैं, स्टैट्यूटरी एंड नॉन स्टैट्यूटरी, जो आपने सुना होगा. सेकेंड वन इज नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज़. अभी नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज़ क्या होती हैं? नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज़ आर दोज बॉडीज़ विच आर फॉर्म्ड बाय द एक्ट ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट और by the executive resolution. So example of statutory bodies are NHRC, CVC, CIC, whereas non-statutory or executive body जिनको कहते हैं, these are example नीति आयोग. Now quickly moving on to constitutional bodies in India. So these are the constitutional bodies and this is the chart we are going to cover. So a lot of information to cover in this short video. लेकिन YouTube पे इतनी सारी वीडियोस अवेलेबल हैं और फिर भी हम लोग आज भी इस टॉपिक को सर्च कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ मिसिंग है. सो आई विल ट्राई टू टेल यू सम ऑफ द बेसिक थिंग्स फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जो आपको इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक को रिवाइज करने के लिए, याद करने के लिए हेल्प करेगा. उसके बाद आपको ये पर्टिकुलर जो पेज है इसको रटना नहीं पड़ेगा. यू कैन सिंपली जस्ट लॉजिकली पुट व्हाट हैज़ टू बी पुट वेयर एंड यू विल गेट योर आंसर फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर पेज. नाउ मोड ऑफ अपॉइंटमेंट फॉर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी, देन देयर टेन्योर, रिटायरमेंट, सेसेशन, नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स, पावर एंड फंक्शंस, नेचर एंड रिमूवल. वी आर गोइंग टू कवर देम ऑल. नाउ दिस इज द चेकलिस्ट आई एम गोइंग टू कवर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, डिफरेंस बिटवीन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी एंड नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी, ये आपको हमने पहले ही बता दिया है. यू जस्ट क्विकली गो थ्रू दीज ऑल विद मी एंड इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस आपको बाद में समझ आएगी कि क्यों मैंने आपको ये बताया. सो सेकेंड वन इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी वर्सेज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल ऑफिस. सो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी इज अ मल्टी मेंबर बॉडी in which more than one person is present. So first one is chairman of the body and then other members, that is other persons, and then constitutional office is a single member body and he is the head. Now quasi judicial body and its power. Quasi judicial bodies are those bodies which have the power of a civil court. So what are the powers of the civil court? So quasi judicial bodies, they have the power of witness or evidence summoning. I mean they can summon the witness or the evidence. They can ask for witness or summoning the evidence. Then dispute settlements, they act as a dispute settlement office. Then they also can impose penalties and they have a regulatory supervision power. Now their orders are binding in nature, we have to remember, and the only way you can go against the order of a statutory body or the quasi judicial body is by moving to High Court or Supreme Court. Removal process same as the judge of the Supreme Court. What does this mean? This means that the strength which votes in favor should be more than 2/3 of the strength of the house, and that 2/3 should not be less than 50% of the total strength of that house. It is very difficult to achieve this 2/3 and 50 plus combined ratio. That's why removing Supreme Court judge is nearly impossible task. That's why no judge of Supreme Court has been removed till date. Now, pleasure of the president. Now there are two types of way in which someone is removed. First of all, he completes his tenure and is removed by the president, and then second is that he is at the pleasure of the president. Like when a president wants that his work is no more needed, he can simply remove him. Now such appointments are called pleasure of the president. Now there are three types of funds of Government of India. These are Consolidated Fund of India under Article 266(1), then Public Accounts of India under Article 366(2), and then third one is Contingency Fund of India under Article 267. Now what are these? Now Consolidated Fund of India is that all that you can say it is a bank account in which all the taxes goes and all the interest that government earns from its loan, that is a part of this particular. So whenever you have to take money out of Consolidated Fund of India, you need prior approval of the Parliament. So Parliament is the watchdog over it. And then there is this contingency. What is contingency means? That means that those circumstances which are not foreseen, like natural disasters. So to quickly respond, you don't need anyone's permission, but you need a ready cash so that you can use it for saving purpose. Now Public Account of India. This Public Account of India means, now it is a bank account which has receipts of the trust or for the public purpose. Now what is this? This means that small saving deposits are there in it, provident fund, reserve funds, deposits and advances which are made by the Public of India. Then appointing authority. So appointing authority for the all constitutional bodies. At union level it will always be president, remember this, and at the state level it will be governor. Now tenure, remember this, for chairman it will be 65 years or 6 years, whichever is earlier, and for other members of that particular office is that 62 years. So chairman will be till age 65 and other members will be for till age 62, because they can be reappointed, other members, so they have a lesser age. And also at state level it is 62 only for chairman. Now we have gone through all this, let us quickly move to the chart. Now you will understand it. So what you have to do? You have to first of all remember all the constitutional body name, that is Election Commission under Article 324, UPSC under Article 315 to 323, and for State Public Service Commission same under Article 315 to 323, and Finance Commission under Article 280, then CAG under Article 148 to 151, then Attorney General for State, that under Article 165, Attorney General for India Article 76, the National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe and Backward Classes under Article 338, 338A, 338B respectively, then Official Language Commission under Article 344. Now after remembering this, their mode of appointment, who appoints them? So as already told you that for union level it is president, always president. For Finance Commission president, CAG president, Attorney General president. That's why I made you remember those particular things. And at the state level, that is for State Public Service Commission or Attorney General for, or Advocate General, sorry, or for Advocate General of State, these are governor. Now for tenure, already told you at union level it will be 6 years or up to the age of 65, 6 years or up to the age of 65 for both Election Commission and UPSC, and then for CAG 6 years or up to the age of 65. Now For other members, that is up to the age of 62 years. 62 years. Now for State Public Service Commission, because it is in state, already told you, up to the age of 62. Look. And for Finance Commission, it is a special thing because Finance Commission are generally periodically appointing bodies, so they are appointed at an interval of 5 years. They can be dissolved earlier. The moment their work is done, they are dissolved. Currently, 16th Finance Commission, headed by Dr. Arvind Pangeria ji, has submitted their report for the year 2026 to 2031. Now, for all the three types of National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe and Backward Classes, there is a fixed term of 3 years. Okay. There is another constitutional body, that is National Commission for Women. Wrong. National Commission for Women is not a constitutional body, it is a statutory body. So what is a statutory body? Formed by the Act of the Parliament, already told you. And for Official Language Commission, remember, these are also periodic and they are constituted at a period interval of 10 years. Last time it was done in 2017, remember. Number of members. For Election Commission, it is this Chief Election Commissioner and plus 2 other commissioners. For UPSC doesn't have fixed number of members, but there is a chairman and then 10 other members, but those 10 is not the ceiling limit. Government of India look for the amount of workload and then decide the number of members, other members. Now State Public Service Commission, same. And for Finance Commission, it is the chairman and 4 other members, and their qualification is decided by the Parliament. Whereas for CAG is a single member body, whereas Attorney General single member body, Advocate General single member body. Already told you that Election Commission is a constitutional authority or constitutional body, UPSC constitutional body, State Public Service Commission constitutional body, Finance Commission is a constitutional body, whereas CAG, Attorney General and Advocate General, these are not bodies, these are constitutional offices. Already told you, if there will be office, there will be only one member, and whenever there is a constitutional body, there will be more than 1 members. So that's why I made you do these things earlier. Now their power and functions. What will Election Commission do? Election Commission will try to have free and fair election throughout the country. Okay. So they conduct free and fair elections. They have superintendence and the direction and control of elections in India, allotment of symbols to the political parties, and enforces model code of conduct. Now nature, they already told you have independent constitutional bodies. Why independent term is used? Independent means that to conduct free and fair elections, a body must remain free from both pressure of political parties, that is government and opposition. That's why they have independent constitutional authority. Then their removal process, already told you, same as the judge of a Supreme Court. And whereas this is for Chief Election Commissioner, whereas Election Commissioners, that means other 2 Election Commissioners, can be removed on the recommendation of the Chief Election Commissioner to the President of India. Now UPSC, what does UPSC do? UPSC conducts examinations, recommends appointments to the secretary level, okay, then advise on disciplinary matters and safeguard merits and integrity in services. It is also independent constitutional body. UPSC is very much important, or State Public Service Commission is very much important for the cooperative federalism of the country. Same removal like Supreme Court judge for both. Now powers of Finance Commission. What does Finance Commission do? Finance Commission recommended the distribution of union tax and between center and state under Article 280. They give grant in aids I mean, they decide how much tax we have collected and how much portion we have to keep for union and how much we have to give to the states, and they look for different things and then decide, and that particular thing is given to the states. So it is a very important constitutional body. Now, their particular role is advisory in nature. Currently, I already told you 16th Finance Commission has been formed and it has given its recommendations for year 2026 to 2031. Remember the name, Dr. Arvind Pangeria ji. Their removal, not specific, but they are removed by the president. Why? Not specific because they are constituted every 5 years interval, but their tenure is not fixed and they can be removed as soon as their work is completed or the next finance commission has been made. Now, CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General. This is the most important officer of the government of India according to Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Why? Because he is the chartered accountant, you can say, of the public purse. Because all the money available with the government of India in the consolidated fund of India, contingency fund of India or public accounts of India, that is monitored, how it is used, where it goes, how much corruption is there, what is the efficiency in using it, all that is looked by CAG, and CAG gives its recommendations, its report, annual report to president, and then president laid down that report to the Parliament of India, on the table of the Parliament of India, and then Parliament discuss it and pass it. Okay, so CAG can take part in all the parliamentary proceedings or sittings, but he cannot vote. Remember, because he is not a member of Parliament. So Parliament has 3 bodies: upper house, that is Rajya Sabha, lower house, that is Lok Sabha, and president as its member. What does CAG do? CAG audits accounts of union and states, audits PSUs, bodies substantially financed by the government, reports to the president or governor in case of states, then controlled format of accounts, article 150, then ensure financial accountability. So he is the guiding authority of the public purse. Now it is an independent constitutional authority. Okay, so service conditions, his service conditions cannot be downgraded. Okay, he can be removed in the same manner as the judge of a Supreme Court. Now, Attorney General for India under Article 76. Who is he? He is the lawyer of Government of India, simply. So he is considered as the topmost lawyer when someone is Attorney General for India under Article 76. So after becoming Attorney General of India, he have the power to take part in any proceedings of any court, be it High Court, Supreme Court or the local court, and represent Government of India in any court. It is a single member body. What does he do? He is the chief legal advisor to the Government of India. President can ask advice on the matters of the bills, then appears in Supreme Court, High Court and other courts behalf of the Government of India, performs such other duties assigned by the President. Now, it's a constitutional office, not a constitutional body, and removal at the pleasure of President. So he is not holding any constitutional body, because on the other contrary, he is holding constitutional office. That means he is not for the public, he is for the Government of India. So Government of India, like he is someone employer, so he can be removed at the pleasure of the President. That's why his tenure is not fixed, like for election commissioner or UPSC members. Then Advocate General for State under Article 165. Same as like for India, this is for state. So appointing authority, governor, termed not fixed because pleasure of the governor. He is appointed as an employer to the state government. Single member body, same as Attorney General of India. Now, National Commission for Scheduled Caste, scheduled tribe and backward classes under Article 338, 338A and 338B by President of India, all fixed tenure of 3 years for all three of them. These are not eligible for reappointment. Okay, now first of all, how many members? Total of 5 members, chairperson, vice chairperson and 3 other members. What does they do? For scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and backward classes, safeguard their rights and interests, inquires and investigate complaints, monitors implementations of safeguards, okay, advisory and recommendatory functions. So their functions is advisory and recommendatory. Now power of civil court, already told you that they can witness, they can impose penalties, and their penalties and their verdict will be binding in nature, and the appeal only can be made in High Court or Supreme Court. Now hence they are called constitutional and quasi judicial body because power of a civil court. Removed by the president, but not in the same manner as the judge of a Supreme Court. They are removed after their term is completed, that is after 3 years. Now for Official Language Commission under Article 344, appointing authority President of India after the interval of 10 years. First of all it was 5 years, now it is for 10 years. Last time 2017 this body was made. Now the moment it submits its report, the body is dissolved. So who will remove this body after submission of its report? That is President of India. Now how many members? Chairperson and other members representing different languages and regions. 1 member from each state. Now renews progress in use of Hindi for the official languages. He promotes Hindi and other languages, especially looks for all the constraints that tends to hinder the use of Hindi as an official languages, and also gives suggestions for the improvement or betterment of other languages or regional languages. Recommends progressive use of Hindi and replacement of English. Examines difficulties in use of Hindi and suggests measures. Safeguards interest of non-Hindi speaking people. Now constitutional advisory body. His work is advisory in nature. Now quickly have a glance that President appoints all the constitutional bodies at union level and governor at state level, that is State Public Service Commission and Advocate General for state. Now tenure fixed by age. At state level it is 62 and at central level it is 65 or 6 years, or if they are other than chairman then also it is 62 years. Now fixed tenure only for 3: National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe and Backward Classes under Article 338, 338A and 338B, that is 3 years. Then Finance Commission and National Commission on Linguistic Minorities, that is periodical, 5 years and 10 years respectively. All enjoy security of tenure and removal is like in the same manner as the judge of a Supreme Court, except Attorney General or Advocate General of India. Why? Because they serve to the government of India and government of the state, not to the public. Hence their removal is till the pleasure of the President and Governor. Now National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe and Backward Classes, they have the power of a civil court, that's why they are quasi-judicial in nature. Now removal pattern, same as the judge of the Supreme Court are Chief Election Commissioner, UPSC Chairman, State Public Service Commission Chairman, and then CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General of India. At the pleasure of President is Attorney General, and at the pleasure of the Governor is Advocate General of State. Removed by the President are National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe, Backward Classes and Linguistic Commission. Now Constitution does not mention reappointment for National Commissions for Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe and Backward Classes. Now I hope you have understood that there is no need to mug up all this thing. You just have to simply do some of the things, that is, remember these things already told you. So quickly go through this video again at 2x speed, and I hope that you will not face any problem in constitutional bodies ever again. So thank you and have a nice day.